Hi guys, Pat Duna 1979 here. I'm gonna bring to you today a little review on something I've got recently, like literally yesterday. This is the Rampage assisted opener stiletto. This is the 6 in quarter inch, I think, version. This is the fully black version of the Rampage. So here's the box that it comes in. And this is the knife itself. You got a little bit of catalog in here, a couple of knives and a couple of stuff. Not much actually. Oh, the M48, good tomahawk. That I don't know about. That, well, maybe. Oh, that's a long knife. Oh well, I'll say too. Well, maybe next purchase. You never know. There's a couple of good things from United and there's a couple of bad things, so anyways, onto the knife itself. The knife itself is a 6 1/4 inch. I could be wrong in the measurement, but about 6 inches. And it's an assisted opener. Let me get down here to open it up. As you can see, opens up readily nicely. I paid this $20 from Amazon.ca, and basically if I had to give it a number on 1 to 10, I would probably give it a 4. Yes, it's a big stiletto and it's pretty much the only thing you can have on this size for that price. You know, there's not a lot of competitors out there for this. But I wouldn't mind if they made it a little bit better and charge us a little bit more for it. Here's what I like, is what I don't like about it. The fact that it's big. It's got the wave function, so if you pull it out of your pants, it's gonna grab on there and it's gonna open up immediately, like the Emerson Wave or people doing the mud with the tie wrap. It's got a deep carry pocket clip, although as you can see the screws are, they come out of the, they protrude out, so when you put your pants in, they stop about at this screw right here. I could probably bend that over, but I don't want to play with the knife too much because I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not, or return it or sell it, or I don't know. I'm still undecided about it. The thing is, out of the factory it came pretty sharp. I just made literally like 10 passes on my croc stick with the white ceramic fine rods, and now it's, you know, able to shave hair and it's cutting paper like pretty easily. So as you guys can see, all over the blade, it's cutting paper pretty easy, and it's cutting hair too, so it's popping hair, so pretty nice. And the tip, let's look at that tip. Yeah, so that tip is pretty sharp. I mean, you can literally, you know, I've poked myself with it already, so the tip is pretty sharp and the edge is pretty nice out of the box. So that's one of the good things about it. So if you take a water bottle, you can poke it directly and it's gonna go straight through without moving the water bottle, without falling over. So that's pretty nice. But the knife itself is, there's some people complaining about the lock being unreliable. Well, let me tell you the truth. When I got it, the lock was about right over there, right on the edge of the knife itself. So when you forced it a little bit like that, the knife would close on itself. So no, that wasn't really nice. But the way I've got to work around that is I just push that lock bar over, and that lock bar is so thin, and the blade itself is so thin as well. I mean, it's like literally it's flexing, you know, how thin it is. But the liner lock, that's what amazed me the most. It's so thin. You know, there's another liner on the other side of that knife. That's it. This is the one for the liner lock, and this is the one on the other side. And the one on the other side is thicker than the one that's got the lock on. So not really, you know, not really a good thing when you got a knife this long to have such a small liner lock. Just in comparison, I tried to find a knife with a liner lock that's as small as this, and the only one I can find in my collection is my Leatherman C33X, which I love. This one's got a pretty small liner, but believe it or not, this liner is about a little bit thicker than the liner on my Rampage. So, and this is a great knife, by the way. I love this knife. But the Rampage, you know, the liner lock, the pocket clip, the blade is, well, as you can see, not centered at all. It's touching the liner on the other side. I mean, if you push it over like that, nope, still coming back. So you could probably adjust the pivot, but it seems like the blade itself is crooked a little. It just seems to be bent a little. Anyway, quality, material-wise, it's pretty cheap, you know. And at the beginning, when I got it, that could have been a dangerous knife. And the assisted opening is, I know I'm seem to be bitching about the knife, but you know, I'm gonna come over to what the knife is gonna be good for and what it's not gonna be good for in a few seconds. But the knife itself, you know, the assisted is, you know, if you just push it a little, yeah, sure, it comes out, but it doesn't scream out, it doesn't come flying out. And if you push it slowly vertically, you know, you push it just a little bit like that, it still comes out. I'm guessing it's getting broke in a little, but anyways, the assist is nothing to scream about. The little wave function is fun when you grab it in the pants, but the fact that it's the blade is up, if you grab it in your pants, then you come to you retract it a little, then you readjust. You have to be careful not to put your finger on the blade, which I did yesterday, and well, you can't see it anymore, but this is just a little bit, just poked me a little bit. That thing is really pointed and really sharp. So, and the pocket clip itself, you know, it's really flimsy. Doesn't have big retention on it, so that's some of the part about the knife that I don't like. Now, what it's fun for is, I mean, if you got a letter to open or something, you know, you can just take it and open it, and you know, as a letter opener, it's pretty good. If you want to poke some water bottle and just, you know, poke through stuff and pierce through stuff, that's pretty good, but I wouldn't use that knife, you know, for outdoor use or any type of hard task other than opening letters or just being, you know, it's just novelty. It's just something that you can use if you were to use this thing defensively. I don't know if the lock would fail, but I'm pretty sure the lock would bend. And good, since right now it's almost on the other side, it looks to be in the middle, but no, it's actually about 70-80% engaged right now. So, and sometimes the lock is all over the place, so it can go from here to the other side to, you know, it's all over the place. So for that, the knife, I wouldn't rely on it as a self-defense tool, or you know, if somebody comes in your home, this might look intimidating, but and you know, it is sharp and pointy, and you know, it's a shank. If you had to use it, but it would be like a one-time use device. You know, you're just gonna use this once, and after that, it would probably broke in between two ribs or something. You stab the guy, and click, the blade would break or something. So this isn't something I would carry for self-defense use, where it's legal, of course. But otherwise, you know, the blade came sharp, relatively sharp, and doesn't take much to sharpen it. And the point is very, very pointy. So if you want to use this just to have fun and just stab water bottle or opening letters or something like that, it's $20. It's on sale at Knife Center for $14 for the stainless and red scale version. So, but I would say to United Cutlery, put a little bit more money in there, put some Os 8 for the blade, just make the blade a little larger and the liner lock just a little bit thicker. Actually a lot thicker, like maybe 2 or 3 times the thickness it's in right now. So, or just do something different. Put a push button lock. So if you put a push button lock, you just click, just push it like that, and you can disengage the blade. That would be different and something not a lot of manufacturers are doing right now. So, but overall, 4 out of 10. This could have been better. Just put a little bit more money, maybe beef up the assist a little bit so it comes out faster. I know it's a big blade, but I'm guessing you guys can do an assist that's a little bit stronger on that. And especially the most important is the lock. The lock, if you don't have a good lock on a knife like this, it's not worth anything. You know, the weight, yes, it's a little bit heavy, but you know, it's a 6-inch knife, you know. Overall length, you double that almost, and you know, it's a monster. It's big. Look, it's barely fitting in the camera, so this thing is pretty big. I got big hands, so if you see me holding this in my hand, this is pretty big, but there's a little rattle on the blade right now. There's a little bit of blade play. Actually, there's a lot of blade play here, and it's part due to the lock. I could probably tighten this up, but then the assist wouldn't go out all the way. So, but overall, 4 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's a novelty, and I don't know if I want to keep it or not. Maybe just to, you know, to add something to my collection, but we'll see. If you want something a little bit more reliable and then a little bit more durable and usable, I would go with something like the Untitled or some of the newest stilettos or assisted opening knife that are coming out right now. There's a couple new knives that are coming out. One from CRKT and the Gerber Applegate. I'm thinking something a little bit more reliable, a little bit more expensive, of course, but you know, not every company can do a good $20 knife for that size. So you know, I'm challenging any company that wants to do a knife that long, you know, with good material and a good lock on it, and something that would be actually usable, so in everyday use or in a self-defense role. So if you want to use this as self-defense, well, good luck, because you know, it might be deterring the the bad guy, or you know, you might get lucky and poke him a few times without the knife failing, but I wouldn't use it reliably as that, or for any other hard use task, you know, cutting stuff open, cutting meat, nah, I don't think so. You're probably gonna break the knife doing something like that. So, well, this is my review on the Rampage assisted opening stiletto, the 6 inches version. So I hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to comment, subscribe, and rate. Thank you.